Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Cold Open Cup round of 16. Hopefully you had enough time to take a quick little breather, rolling right along this wonderful doubleheader we've got ahead of us. We've got Team Catboy going against Nepka Hunters here in this losers bracket match. So this is an elimination match. This is going to determine who stays alive in this tournament. As always, my name is Sparky, and I am joined this time by Block Party. Block Party, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks for asking. I'm absolutely excited for this match. I have been waiting for actually the coming back onto the steering group for a while now, and since the break's over, we can get right into it.
Yeah, it's been a very comfortable 2-week break, but getting back on into it is always exciting. So, as we see on the screen, we've got a couple of players in the lobby, just not in the proper slots. We'll get that sorted out once the warm-ups are done, or even before the warm-ups are done. We'll just wait to see if the players adjust themselves. So as we said, we've got Team Catboy being staffed by Jamie, Jito, and Lolam. Is it Lolam? I think it's Lolam. I think they have their name changed. And Nepka Hunters, we've got ZYT345, Roly Poly, and Warring Zero. You know what's funny? I think this is the first time we've seen Team Catboy on stream. I think they've always had the unfortunate or dubious honor of having a reschedule to a very populated block, so they haven't actually been able to be on stream.
Well, but now we can see them today and see how they do. I'm pretty sure that they're either nervous or excited to finally have their match streamed. I would be.
I'd be nervous as all hell if I had to play on stream. Always prefer having mine off stream, but it is what it is. Hopefully they don't know that they're live right now, but
I think he just gave it away.
it's like, say hi. Yeah, I think right now we're just waiting for
downloads, I believe. Don't we love those two?
Gotta love it. Gotta love the British internet as well. So yeah, Team Catboy, one of our higher seeds, I think they were 8th seed overall, getting bonked down into the lower bracket via upset in the last round. Some unfortunate misses and some unfortunate accuracy drops just being their undoing. Singular misses here and there, definitely in the early rounds, can prove to be fatal, especially against a team that's a little bit more consistent. So see if they can pick up the pace here a little bit, avoid dropping out of the tournament overall in round of 16.
And looks like they're starting rolling right now.
Yeah, our referee getting the events going. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to delay proceedings any further. Gonna remove the offending party that can't get the download fast enough. And we're going to get right on to this first warm-up overall.
Reminder, this is our first look on stream as a Team Catboy can do. But it's just a warm-up, so this won't count. But it could lead to some interesting things later in the match.
Yeah, for sure. It can definitely set the tone a little bit for how physically prominent these teams can be.
Oh, and this match is over 4 minutes long and somebody already breaks. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, the funny thing is that maximum allowed time in the warm-ups is 4 minutes. So hopefully there isn't a second warm-up because this is already pushing the limits of allowable times for the warm-up.
Definitely.
So keep that in mind.
What a crazy part. We're seeing wraiths across the board.
Yeah, this is definitely outside of the range of what we'll be expecting the players to be able to do by a considerable margin, at least as we approach the mid-game. But the fact that so many of the players are holding on to pretty decent accuracy here, 98 to 97s, maybe some more late-game oriented players, and yeah, there's definitely no need to waste stamina on a chart like this, so not surprised that we see players just stop playing outright to conserve a bit of stamina before the match. I mean, I think it just shows how good of a late game team Nepka Hunters might be if they aren't brought down in this round in particular. The fact that they're holding on to 98s on a map like this, I mean, sure, you can probably just jump shore your way through most of this and get away with it, especially on OD 7.5, but still being able to keep up that pace is pretty impressive, if I do say so myself.
Definitely. I cannot imagine doing a 5-star for 4 minutes straight.
Yeah,
so shout out to these players.
Approaching the halfway point of this map. Still more of the same. I think Team Catboy just preserving some stamina here, playing some of the easier parts. Maybe just quadding their way through for fun. Keep the fingers warm so they don't have to really exert too much energy, but
I think that's quite an interesting strategy. I can actually see it helping them in the later songs of the match, but Nepka Hunters already establishing their accuracy here.
Yeah, and if not accuracy, then just physical ability on maps like this. So I'd be more scared if they were holding on to FCs, but this is still pretty.
From Ghetto, he got quite a bit of misses, so I can definitely tell he's definitely trying to conserve that energy for the later rounds of the match. That will definitely matter.
Yeah, for sure. This, at the end of the day, does not matter. I always like to say it's a very tired statement. I feel like a broken record every time we go through warm-ups. Is you can't win in the warm-ups, but you can definitely lose in the warm-ups.
That is something I can't agree on.
So definitely see a couple of punches being pulled here to try and conserve some energy. That's always the reasoning I like to give. I mean, to be fair, this is a 4-minute long 5-star map. I don't think a lot of players enjoy doing this willingly, so don't blame them for not maybe putting forth their full effort here. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want to reveal any unnecessary information to other teams you might be facing later on in this tournament.
Definitely. If in tournaments like these, if they see a weakness, they will use it against you.
Yeah, and I am receiving word that the other warm-up was already played, so regardless of what happens here, we'll be getting straight into the rolls.
This is such a crazy part. I'm surprised that we see some 98s across the board from Team Blue. I cannot imagine myself doing this. It's such a high combo from both of them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you like, Jump Stream is one of those. Jump Stream and Hand Stream is one of those skill sets where if you can do it, you can definitely do it to a.
Definitely.
The ratios are little.
456. We are going to ignore that.
Yeah, those are some ridiculous 900Ks coming out here, but that will do it for the warm-ups. We're going to get the rolls out of the way here just to determine the order of operations here.
In a very interesting map pool we have here.
Yeah, fresh map pool for the players to go through. Added a rice map and a hybrid for this round. Looks like Jamie rolls a 26 here.
They wanted a 69, but they got a 26 instead. How disappointing.
Like asking you won't receive. So now we wait for Nepka Hunters to throw out their roll here. Oh, it's a 20! Oh, somehow.
That's a 20.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is sad, but a roll is a roll.
26 to 20, so it looks like Team Catboy is going to win the roll somehow. Have the opportunity to choose if they want to protect or ban first. Regardless, they'll be picking the first map in this match. Yeah, looks like they want ban first, so looks like Waring wanted to just see what they could have gotten if they were the ones to roll. Getting a 61.
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
So. Oh, and it would have been beaten out by Jito, so just overall, Team Kappa was meant to win the roll.
I think that is fate. I think them conserving their stamina really helped them out.
Yeah, they saved the stamina for the roll.
2 points.
Oh. Good thing the rolls are done.
Yeah, and all we're waiting on is the protect from Team Nepka Hunters.
And then the score to be cleared up from Nepka Hunters. Yeah, they won their warm-up, but they didn't win any of the maps yet. Thank you. As we wait for that protect to come out, I could see them maybe... I mean, they did really good on the rise. I could see them protecting something like Tenshi Kurin or Reflective Moment.
I could definitely see that as a viable protect, and possibly best one for them.
Yeah, and then for Team Catboy, pretty well-rounded. Probably want to aim for more of the consistency-oriented rice charts. So maybe something like Perspective or the Crimson Empire might be something that they go for. But it's going to be LN1 being protected. As we get the tiebreaker up here. Just to get a bit of a fresh taste of audio in everyone's ears.
I think that fresh taste is needed.
So now Team Catboy up to protect and ban.
Looks like they've chosen Rice 1 in a very dramatic way.
Yeah, JB always one for the theatrical. Decided to ban first. Oh, okay, so it looks like
Rice 6.
Alrighty, so Rice 6 gonna be protected here. Reflective Moment gonna be staying in the pool. The Crimson Empire gonna be removed here.
There's a bit of concern going on in the chat. The Toho map! Not the Toho map!
Yeah, Sky, a very avid Toho enjoyer, so very sad to see that one go.
I am also an avid Toho enjoyer. I feel the same amount of pain as they do.
Unfortunate here. Went unpicked in the last match, gets banned here.
Looks like we're having a bit of scurry in chat.
Yeah, there. Moment. So Nepka Hunter's up to ban next. I'll be interested to see what they decide to get rid of. Can probably set a tone for the rest of this match. Judging by the LN1 protect, maybe want to keep the LN hybrid around for just that little bit longer. Might want to get rid of something like Ro16, get rid of that speed element.
Goodbye, Ro16.
So complete contrary to what I was thinking, where the consistency maps might be left up on the board. Those are the ones getting removed from the map pool. And now we have the ban set in place. Team Catboy will be picking first, since they did win the roll. Wouldn't be surprised if we just saw an instant Ro16 get picked here, just to get this match off on the right foot for them.
Looks like they're taking quite a bit of time with their pick. Oh, and it looks like they've already chosen Hybrid 1.
Okay. Sounding a little bit technical in terms of a hybrid. Definitely some patterns that can cause a bit of distress if you're not fully expecting them, especially some of those two-handed trills that kind of taper off in terms of snaps. They're not fully 1/4, they start to break up a little bit. Be interesting to see who comes into play for both these teams. Looks like it's going to be Jito and Jamie going against Ro16 and Ro16 for the moment.
I feel like we have a pretty short high 2-star.
Yeah, he starts to crank up the difficulty a little bit. Still not breaching the 3-star average margin, but definitely do not want to take these 2-star maps for granted. We have definitely seen some wild scores of some of these maps, if I do say so myself. So
definitely. And it looks like Good Luck Have Funds are being exchanged, and we are about to begin.
yeah, good luck to all players. First team to 5 points will be moving on to the second half of this round of 16 weekend. We will be saying goodbye to one of these two teams upon match ending.
It's always sad to see a team go, but this is a loser's bracket match.
Yeah, and I can definitely see some outrageous scores being posted up here, just off the fact that Nepka Hunters is a very physically dominant team, and the fact that Team Catboy is a very accuracy-oriented team. We start to get those two together on a pool like this, you can definitely see some very outlandish scores. And as we make our way through this introduction, we start to see Team Catboy start to pull away a little bit. Jito and Jamie holding on in those high 99.8s. Ro16 taking a little bit of damage in the early goings of this chart, going to be dealing down into that 99.4 range. Some room for them to improve their accuracy to try and contest that of Team Catboy. But Ro16 trying to keep their team above water, 99.72 for them. Able to contest against Jito. It's really just the difference between Jamie and Ro16 at the moment. As we wait for Bancho to sync things up once again, about 4,000.
What a Bancho moment. That's fantastic.
As we make our way into the back half of the map, it is still Team Catboy holding on to a very narrow margin, still definitely surmountable by some stretches of the imagination, but as Ro16 starts to increase their accuracy to contest against either Jito or Jamie. Right now, they're actually contesting against Jito right now. Jito finding a couple of 200s in the transition into the back half of the map, dropping them down into that 99.6 range. And now the overall average accuracy between these two teams is starting to get very close as we make our way into the last quarter of the map. This leaderboard is starting to flicker a little bit. Neither player from the side,
going to be a tight one.
for sure, and neither player on the side of Team Catboy can afford to blink right now. Any 200
from Jito that will further drop the accuracy. Just a few more 200s would do it, but
Jamie finds a break.
Oh, and it switches to Team Blue. We're right at the end of the map too, and Jito finds another break and another break, which seals the deal.
Yeah, it was a very incredible run overall, but Nepka Hunters, the consistency going to keep them ahead, and they're going to take the first break point in this match and make it 1-0.
Very good accuracy across the board. I am impressed myself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this was the story for Team Catboy in round of 32. Some impressive ratios, but just not able to keep the full combos going to the end of the maps. And their opponents able to capitalize just with some cleaner runs overall. Maybe not world-beating scores, 986, 987. Definitely not the highest we've seen this weekend. Definitely up there, but not the highest. But the overall average between the two of them able to overcome here as Nepka Hunters opportunity to capitalize on that breakpoint very early on, and it's going to be
LN1. They must be pretty confident going into this.
Yeah, this is probably one of those where it's like, oh, this is easy to act, and they just play their way through it.
And with it being at almost 3 minutes and quite a low 2-star, I can definitely tell that accuracy will matter here. Like one long no break could definitely seal it, but both of these teams are fantastic with their accuracy, so it's definitely going to be a tight one. And good luck, have funs are being exchanged, and we are going to begin in a few seconds.
Yeah, we see the one substitution for Team Catboy. Ro16 coming in for Jamie here to back up Jito.
Still quite a dramatic exit for them.
Yeah, they do everything very emphatically, and Ro16 going to be finding very rough start.
Good.
Very early break for Team Catboy, going to hand Nepka Hunters.
And a break again.
I'm thinking that might be a couple of technical difficulties, but unless they say something to the referee, there's not really much they can do about it.
Yeah, so they have until the 30-second to restart, I believe.
Yeah, but that could be some lag spikes, and lag isn't really the best excuse for restarting a map. You would have to like fully disconnect or something, like a keyboard disconnecting or something, but
that has to be some bad luck.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely not the way you want to start this match off, especially off the back of handing over that breakpoint. But with that being said, Nepka Hunters holding on to some pretty decent accuracies. Warring 0, 99.6, Roy pulling 99.8, Jito not too far behind, 99.78 for them. If Nepka Hunters isn't too careful and they start to find a couple of breaks in the back half of this map, maybe there's a chance that Team Catboy can recover, but this is definitely a sizable lead that they've handed over. But Jito finds the slider break in the transition into the back half, and things go from bad to worse for Team Catboy here as we see a couple of more accuracy jumps.
Team Blue reaches 1 million before Team Catboy could even do so. I think they also reached, what was it? 900,000 as well. It's definitely going to be very hard to come back from this. And Jito drops again. We're gonna have to see a few drops from Team Blue in order to make a turnaround. And Bancho Bots being fantastic as always.
Yeah, 60,000 point advantage. That's nearly insurmountable unless like something calamitous happens on the side of Nepka Hunters and they both drop like 30,000 points, which is a very tall ask given what they've been doing so far this match. Last quarter of the map left to go, and Ro16 getting back up into that 97% range. An unfortunate start to their map, but able to bring it up together. Haven't found a break since the first couple of notes of the map. Jito making the recovery run as well, but the fact that this map is so lightly charted, getting back up over that 400 combo cap to get full credit for your judgments, pretty much a tall order. They won't be able to make it until the end of the map, and they find a slider break once again in the transition. Yeah, maybe just finding a couple of misreads. It's very hard playing while you're sick. I think they mentioned that in the lobby chat before the match started. Trying to do their best overall, but unfortunately not going to be enough here as Nepka Hunters hold on to the 2 FCs and take advantage of that breakpoint to make it 2-0 now.
One great from Roly Poly. That is fantastic. But no SSs yet.
Yeah, that is definitely a protect-worthy performance. Understandable that they wanted to keep that in the map pool to try and pull it out. Definitely worked out in their favor here. Now it is Team Catboy's next pick. An opportunity to try and right the ship a little bit. They do have Ro16 as their protect in the back pocket should they want to pull that out. Okay, trying to see what
They're
they
taking
decide.
quite a bit of time.
Yeah, some decisions are probably being made right now what they want to go into next. Hybrid one didn't work out in their favor. Yeah, they had the ratio advantage, but the chokes at the end of the map might be giving them a bit of pause before going into something like higher Cyber Connect, both of which definitely have enough LNs to cause a bit of a choke. And it is going to be Ro16.
Wow, going into it full swing.
Yeah, you want to try and establish some momentum before things start to get a little bit out of hand here.
It looks like we're having a bit of fuss in chat. Something's happening. But
Yeah.
nothing to be down about. There's still some chance that they could come back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be fair, I mean, playing while sick sucks, especially if it's
Definitely.
particular sickness going around.
Yeah, we don't mention it here, but I'm pretty sure all of the viewers at home probably know what we're talking about.
Yeah, if it's that, then I don't blame them for feeling miserable while trying to play this, because trying to maintain focus through that is definitely a tall order. But hopefully they can get it together. There's still plenty of match to go through. Nepka Hunters only 2-0 up, definitely.
Looks like we got an okay from Gino. They're gonna try their best.
Yeah, very admirable that they're staying in here. Jamie coming back in for Team Catboy on this tech pick. That's going to be coming out here. The MP Star Command is out. Still no substitutions from the side of Nepka Hunters, Ro16 and Roly Poly. Basically, the dynamic duo for them. They do have ZYT in reserve if they are available. But with that being said, we're getting into this third map of this best of 9. Early 200s. Very possible on a map like this. Very hard to time some of these introductory notes as you try and establish a bit of a foothold in the map. I think this map is lightly patterned enough to really have players like Jamie show off some of their monstrous accuracy. 99.94 for them, but Ro16 and Jito going at it between themselves at 9.84s apiece, and right now Ro16 actually winning that battle between the two of them going into the second quarter of the map. Not a long map by any stretch of the imagination, just under 2 minutes. So anything can happen. Any breaks can prove to be fatal in a matchup this close. Everybody manages to triple jack very well. No real accuracy drops to speak of, just a couple of 300s being traded back and forth. Jamie falls off that perch of 99.9 down into the 99.8, brings Waring back into the equation, 99.82.
Just a few 200s could do and switch to Team Blue. Ruby2, look at the score, it's now going back and forth somewhat.
Oh, the differences between these two teams are so close. Last quarter of the map left to go. It's Gio versus Roly Poly now. It's Ro16 trying to contest against Jamie. But I think Jamie's doing just enough to keep in that bay. But that being said, a couple 200s on the
roof. Oh, this could be a very close one, but we've seen the 2 few hundreds from Team Red, and I think they'll definitely seal it.
Yeah, no breaks overall, but those 200s are devastating from the side of Gito. Going to drop them down to that 99.4 range. They're going to need to be a big accuracy drop from the side of Nepka Hunters to get this back over to Team Catboy. It doesn't look like it's coming. Roly Poly does find a couple of 200s in this ending, but it is not going to be enough. And I think they're going to be able to hold on to take the second breakpoint in this match. 4 full combos, but the ratio difference between these two teams
And
enough.
one break again from wearing 0. Still no SSs though.
Yes, very close, but no cigar here as Nepka Hunters goes up 3-0 now. The back of that.
The ending really did Team Red.
Yeah, that rush of 200s at the end from Jito really doing a bulk of the damage, not able to keep that accuracy afloat, and gives that lead over to Nepka Hunters despite a really strong start from both players. And now it is Nepka Hunters' next pick, an opportunity to go straight to match point, depending on what they decide to go for here.
It looks like they've chosen Long Note 2, which is Cyber Connect.
Long Note 2. So it's going to be Yuki no Hana.
Oh yeah. I can't really tell the difference between noodles. Noodles are noodles to me. But this is Osu and there are no noodles.
Yeah, so we're going to get our, dare I say, release-oriented LN pick.
I believe this was a Protect, right?
No, LN1 was the Protect for Nepka Hunters, but this is basically in the same vein. A little bit shorter. Actually, the shortest map in this pool. Just under a minute 30.
That is short. Very short.
Yeah, but there's a lot being asked of you in that short duration. So definitely got to watch out for...
For what I'm seeing, I can definitely tell that a long note break would definitely switch over the tides in the match. Because looking at this, it's not even 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's short enough to where even like 300s can prove to be detrimental if your ratio isn't up to snuff here. But so we're not going to be seeing any substitutions. This chart might be light enough for Jamie to feel comfortable enough to stay in 4. That being said, if Lawlime is having some technical issues, we did see those breaks early on in LN1. Maybe they're trying to deal with those, and Jamie's just stepping in for the moment. And we see Warring Zero leave the lobby. That might be an actual disconnection.
Oh. Don't we all love Osu?
Yeah, that's probably gonna... they come back in. But I think...
I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, it looks like they left and rejoined, so this might actually be an abort. Cause...
yeah, this is not plausible.
Yeah, so... thankfully it's a very short map, so if they do need to replay it, it's not gonna... I mean, to be fair, we're already halfway through. That's probably 30 seconds.
Already?
Yeah, that's probably 30 seconds of the map, so... we're probably going to get a replay of this. Warring Zero did disconnect right as the map started, so... we'll probably call this a bit of a mulligan. A chance to... just see... what will be decided here. Yeah, we're calling the abort now. So right as the map ends, I mean, to be fair, it is only like 100 seconds, so yeah, we're gonna get a bit of a replay here.
That has to be very unlucky, just to get a disconnect like that.
Yeah, but Warring Zero is back in here. At least it wasn't like a 4-minute map and they played the entire...
oh, their internet died. That's what happened.
But I mean, it died right at the start of the map, so it's it should have been aborted, but the fact that it's only 100 seconds might not have given the ref enough time to react to it, so...
Oh, they're looking for a retry, but there's gonna be a substitute.
Yeah, so maybe a technical issue for technical issue. Maybe that gave Lolam enough time to sort out what was going on with their setup. And Warring Zero back in here. So, what you just saw, bit of a mulligan. Gonna show up in the stat sheet. Be interesting to see how that turns out. But we're gonna see a second attempt of Yuki no Hana here.
Hopefully things go a lot better.
Yeah, hopefully no more disconnections. And we'll get that 1 point chalked off the board for Team Catboy here in just a moment. Perfect. And now we get our second attempt of Yuki no Hana. The actual attempt, hopefully no technical
Team
issues mar this one.
already knows what's coming, so this could definitely be quite an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Roly-Poly was able to outscore both members of Team Catboy in that last run, so as long as they replicate that performance, they should be fine. But right now, down is at 98% range for both of them. Not the strongest start.
Definitely not.
Short. And there are a couple of 200s, maybe the nerves setting in a little bit, knowing the fact that you have to do this over again. You saw the scores from the opponents and you know that you had the advantage, but being able to replicate that on command definitely does prove to be a bit of an issue. Warring down into that 98% range, but all four players holding on to their FCs for the moment. Jito and Lolime in that low 99% range, but still above their counterparts on Nepka Hunters and going to be able to push this advantage going into the back half of the map. Oh, a couple of 200s from Lolime going to damage their accuracy a little bit, drop them down, but still able to hold on to the lead. Jito and Roly-Poly going at it against each other while Lolime tries to keep Warring at bay. At the moment, cannot afford to drop on the slow inverse section. A lot of 200s coming out, going to be lowering the score. It's coming down to the wire here.
Oh, definitely, Lolime's accuracy did it, and it switched over to Team Blue for a minute.
What happened? Where did
I
that
do not
accuracy
know.
drop go?
It's probably from Lolime, but I am not sure. I'm pretty sure we can't do replay back either. We don't have the money for it.
No, we don't have that in the budget. But the 3 100s swinging.
Seeing from the chat, it must have been a huge accuracy drop from Lolime, but I can't be too sure.
Oh wow! So Roly-Poly was able to keep their heads above water.
Point, meaning this next choice will determine who wins and if they're gonna stay or not.
Yeah, this is
definitely be an interesting choice.
Backs against the wall moment for Team Catboy. Gonna need to pull out the 2 breakpoints and win 2 maps of their own to force the tiebreaker here. Nepka Hunters 1 map away from punching their ticket into the next half of round of 16 weekend. Not out of the woods just yet. Gonna need to win another match to make their way into quarterfinals, but getting through this on a 5-0 can definitely be a bit of a momentum giver in this regard. So see what Team Catboy decides to bring to the table. Oh, it's gonna be Rice 3, so Blessing Snow gonna come out here.
And there we go. This is going to determine what's going to happen. Who's going to leave. Looks like 2 minutes and about a 3.48 star rating. This is actually going to be a very interesting pick.
Yeah, for sure. This one's really going to be a bit of a accuracy test. OD9, a little bit tighter timing on the 300 front, and definitely a lot of room for chokes if you're not too careful transitioning from the jacks into the streams. So anything can still happen. Team Catboy definitely not out of it just yet. Gonna need to reverse sweep their way through this match though. Nepka Hunters only need to win one of the next 4 potential picks to wrap things up here. You see Jamie coming back in for Lolheim. Looks like the players are ready. We're going to get into this 5th map of this best of 9.
They should really consider this as a very late Christmas gift, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. This was pulled before Christmas weekend. This was definitely meant to be a bit of a Christmassy pick. It was pulled very early on, and it's just funny that it managed to stay.
Overall, a very interesting pick, and we're already seeing quite low accuracy from Denge, down to a low 99%. I think they broke at some point, I'm not sure.
Yeah, very early on, lower combo than everybody else. So on the road to recovery in terms of accuracy, going to hand over Nepka Hunters a bit of a lead to work with for the moment. It's going to be Jito going against Ro16, as we have been seeing throughout this match. It does transition after a while as Ro16 starts to build up their accuracy as well. But Jamie is now back in the picture, back into that 99.7 range, going to be able to take the accuracy advantage away from Jito. Going to put them on their back for the moment, despite having that break on their shoulders. So it was very early on, so it doesn't do as much damage, but still going to be giving Nepka Hunters a bit of a cushion to work with for the moment.
And it looks like we're having prayers for a comeback. Hopefully they can come back, but we're getting now into the backhand of the match. They have a pretty solid lead, I would say, but that could definitely change.
Yeah, for sure. Jito finding a couple more accuracy drops, dropping them down into that 99.4 range. Both players from Nepka Hunters down into that 99.7s. Very consistent scores overall from them. Jamie doing their best to match them at the moment, despite having that break. Basically able to match both of their accuracy. They find another break here. That one might prove to be fatal. Didn't damage the accuracy that much, but the fact that misses give away so many points. 99.6
definitely
for them.
Quite a lead, and this would probably solidify the win for Team Blue if something does not happen right now.
Yeah, for sure. The map is coming to an end, and with that, the run for Team Catboy, another miss from Jamie, going to solidify things here as the map comes to an end, and it is going to be Nepka
We have our winners. Congratulations, well played. Oh, we have an SS.
Wow,
Fantastic. Finally!
So roly-poly. It's funny, they got the V1SS, but they did not get the highest score in the lobby. Goes to Ro16 just based on the ratio.
Yeah, definitely. Funny ratios, am I right?
For sure. But with that being said, it will be Nepka Hunters moving on to the second half of round of 16 weekend. We'll be saying goodbye to Team Catboy.
It has been a run for them. They finally had their match streams, but this is where we have to say goodbye to them. I can definitely tell they played very well. Both teams did. But this is an elimination match, and we have to say goodbye.
Yeah, for sure. And with that being said, that will do it for this tiny block of 2 matches. We had Midgong and Retail Store in the hour prior. Finishing it off with Team Catboy and Nepka Hunters.
Coming up next is the Unchillables versus Fresh Chicken Nuggets, starting an hour from now. Hopefully you all tune into that. I know I will.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to be commentating that one with Pice.
Yeah, so, isn't that exciting? You guys can be here more with me.
For sure. And then after that, we're going to have It's the Street going against Worst 5 Digit. That one's probably not going to be streamed. It'll be interesting to see if somebody can pick that one up. But outside of that, finishing off the Saturday blocks with Quench Double Raspberry versus Numerous Esports. And then we start Sunday off with Phantasma going against Fumo Gaming. So definitely want to stick around.
I am shouting for that team.
Yep. But with that being said, on behalf of all of us, we hope you guys have enjoyed those last couple of matches. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.